Hey Saints, I just decided to do a quick video here, just a little Bible nugget, tying a couple of things together. And I'm sorry if you hear the thunder in the background, big storms coming through. Um, so I was watching a teaching here on John, and just something struck me here. John 5, let's start at 19 and go through 22. Jesus told them, "Truly, I tell all of you with sincerity, the Son can do nothing on his own accord, but only what he sees the Father doing. What the Father does, the Son does likewise. The Father loves the Son and shows him everything he is doing, and he will show him even greater actions than these, so that you may be amazed. Just as the Father raises the dead and gives life to them, so also the Son gives life to those he chooses. The Father judges no one, but has given all authority to judge to the Son." And that verse 5:22 just struck a chord with me. Probably for a few years, 2, 3 plus probably. We've talked about the day of the Lord and when does it actually start, and kind of classic view is, the church age ends at the rapture of the church, which certainly, the church is gone at that point. So if it starts at Pentecost, does it end at the rapture? Yes, I think there's that intervening period after the rapture of the church, but before the day of the Lord begins. And I had 2 or 3 videos pulling that together, just looking at verses in Revelation 6. Maybe we can take a quick look. Down in verse 12, I saw the Lamb open the 6th seal, and there was a powerful earthquake, and the sun turned black as sackcloth made of hair, and the full moon turned as red as blood. And this is the ISV version, so it's a little bit more descriptive. But, the sun turning black and the moon turning red as blood, that you see in Acts 2, the day of Pentecost, and he's quoting there from Joel 2. And so you can see that, the day of the Lord is about to begin in the context of Joel 2, and then here we see, the same, concept, the sun black, the moon turning to blood, and it puts it right here in Revelation 6. So again, if this is the first video of mine you've seen, we've done all sorts of videos sort of looking at when's the timing of the rapture. I think it's pictured in Revelation 4. It's pre-tribulation. And then you get into Revelation 6 here, where the seals begin to open, and you get the rider on the white horse, which really is the Antichrist, or the Antichrist spirit you want to see coming, because he's imitating the true rider on the white horse that you see in Revelation 19 when Christ returned to earth. So this is the imitation Antichrist coming at the beginning of Revelation 6. And so that's why we say there's, at least a little gap of time, if not maybe a few years or a handful of years, for all the rest of the things to spool up. And the seals are opening, and what does that mean? Well, it's really the title deed of the earth. Jesus is going to reclaim the earth back to the Father, is what the opening of the seals are. And so the opening of the seals themselves portend the day of the Lord, but the reclaiming of the earth doesn't happen until the seals are open, would be an argument I would give. And now I want to pile on here with some of this, because as we saw there in John 5:22, all judgment was given to the Son. And so who is going to throw down the judgment of the earth, judging the wicked Gentile systems, and bringing the Jews to repentance and accepting Jesus as their Messiah? It's going to be Jesus. All judgment's been given to the Son. Let's just look at the confirmation that if Jesus is the one that's going to bring the wrath, he's going to bring the judgment, God's judgment to the earth. Where do we see that happening? Let's just look down further in seal 6. Then the kings of the earth and the important people, the generals, the rich, the powerful, and all the slaves and free people concealed themselves in caves and among the rocks in the mountains. They told the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of the one who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come. Who is able to endure it? There you go. When does Jesus, the one that all judgment has been given to, unveil the wrath coming from heaven? It's right there at the end of seal 6. And there is the day of the Lord. And so I think there's this period post-rapture, and you see, in seal 5, basically people believe that this is a picture maybe of the apostate church, or maybe the apostate church and the Jewish folks that rejected Messiah beginning to turn the corner. But when he opened the 5th seal, he saw under the altar that the souls of them had been slaughtered because of the word of the Lord and the testimony they had given. Cried out in a loud voice, holy and true sovereign, how long will it be before you, Jesus, judge and take revenge of those living on the earth who shed our blood? Each of them was given a white robe. That's the white robe of righteousness, right? We learned that in Revelation 19 as well. They were told to rest a little longer until the number of their fellow servants and their brothers was complete, who will be killed as they had been killed. And so you can see post-rapture, there's some period of time that includes now people coming to Christ, but unfortunately post-rapture, it comes mainly at the cost of their own blood. They're going to have to die for their faith, or they will die for their faith, put it that way. And so yes, I think the rapture is going to bring about a huge revival. The lukewarm apostate church that Jesus said he would spit from his mouth might be a big portion of these seal 5 saints that come to faith, but then, unfortunately they're going to have to perish for their witness. And then as we see down here, the great day of the wrath of the Lamb, the one whose judgment been given to, occurs at the end of Revelation 6. So just a little Bible nugget, saints. Hopefully it's a blessing. Keep looking up. I mean, what else can be said in terms of current day events? God bless.